Hey there. I'm always reluctant to make one of these videos that starts out with the word warning, but I really feel compelled to make this one. If I made this video 2 years, 3 years ago, I would have, had all sorts of scornful emails and comments and probably phone calls telling me to, check my meds. Not that I'm on any meds, by the way, or check myself into a nut ward. Whatever you think of me, one way or the other, I don't really care. I read every comment. I'm in contact with an awful lot of, I don't know why it's so concentrated, Canadians and Australians. Also, too, a lot of Kiwis, a lot of Brits, too. But if I made this video 3 years ago and told you, the emails that I get, people begging for help on a couple different fronts, and I had another one just yesterday, you wouldn't believe me. You'd say I was nuts. I just wish you, like myself, would take a step back. We're so busy, trying to pay the high grocery bills and, the garbage that we have to deal with now, just to make ends meet. I hear a lot of people are like living on their credit cards, swiping their credit cards like crazy, which is not a good thing. I've asked a lot of other people, they say, well, they're getting a reverse mortgage. Well, that's not a good thing either. Countries, that are not under like conflict and war, that being Australia and Canada, I've been contacted quite a lot by people. I watch your videos, I hear about land. Can you find me some? Me and the wife are trying to flee Australia. Me and the wife, I heard from a great guy, he's in his 60s. Him and his wife are trying to flee Canada. Please be honest with me and yourself. If I made this video 3 years ago and you said, all of a sudden, just one fat, bold, tattooed guy on the internet, and God knows how widespread it is, are trying to flee Canada because of tyranny. They like can't take it anymore. It's like I've heard these words thousands of times from several different countries, including Americans too, of course. It's like I don't recognize this country anymore. How many thousands of times have I heard those words? I don't recognize this country anymore. Get emails from Canadians saying they're trying to flee Canada. That one Aussie guy, and he's just one older guy. He fled to, I think it's Acapulco, Mexico. What's his name? Max Egan. He's just one guy. Well, just one guy. You're pinpointing a couple people. You're trying to paint a broad brush. That's one guy. I myself, and I'm just, one tiny little niche on the internet, have heard from a lot of Aussies and a lot of Canadians. Can you find us some land? Do you know where any land's at? Me and the wife are trying to flee. Need to get out of this country. Can't take it anymore. The thought police in Australia. The video is real. It's not conspiratorial. When I mentioned the lady in Birmingham, you want to talk about sheep. Love you, British folks. When I mentioned the lady that was silently on the other side of the road, silently praying, no protest sign, no megaphones. I had about a dozen Brits say, she was already had an injunction against her that she's not supposed to be near any of these places. Give me a break. Whose side are you on? Are you on the side of tyranny? Talk about sheep. Bah. Look at this. That is thought police. I don't care if she had an injunction against her. Some of these Brits telling me that. Silently praying, standing there. Not a megaphone or a sign up. Silently standing on the other side of the street. And you're sticking up for the police on that? What the hell is wrong with you? Maybe, I don't know if it's going to be 2025 or 2030. I have no idea. We look back on this, we're going to be talking about a global cabal trying to bring down the world into one world government control. You had the guy that, I don't want to mention his name, his full name. His name starts with Ted, and he started CNN, and he was, I've seen the video, it's real, it's not conspiratorial, it's talking about bringing the population down. He was asked that question. He basically said, the summation of what he said is that 2 billion people need to be culled out. Like, there you go. There's a lot of, and I know how these people think. I've been invited to a few Mensa meetings before. I've been there twice. They're very, I don't want to use the word depressing, but disheartening people. These are people with intelligence and no wisdom. I guarantee you this with everything that I am. The most dangerous people on this earth are those with high IQs and low wisdom. Intelligent fools, right? Someone that could do differential equations half asleep, but these are the same people who stick their finger in a light socket. And if you gave them a Swiss Army knife and a backpack full of food and a sleeping bag, they still wouldn't be able to live for 2 days out in the wild. No common sense whatsoever. These are the people that are trying to bring you and me and everybody down. And this would have been total conspiracy theory nonsense 2 or 3 years ago. But I'm telling you right now, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Me as a tiny little niche on the internet are getting people, Canadians, Aussies, wanting to know if there's any light. They're telling me flat out. They're trying to flee the country. And I have thousands of people, because I read every damn comment. Thousands of people in the comments, especially the Aussies. Some of the things I keep hearing from the Aussies, like the last video I made on Australia, I said, I don't want to pick on Australia. I mean, I love Australians. I get along great with them. And all of the Aussies, really, except for like 2 or 3, like, no, pick on us. We love Australia. Australia never gets any attention, in the media. Not that I consider myself media at all. Please do it. We want more people to know what's going on down here. These are the thousands of people that say, I don't recognize this country anymore. Everything's gone to hell in a handbasket. If I made this video 2 or 3 years ago, say, hey, in the year 2021, 2022, me, little bitty me, which I'm referring to myself, I was going to get emails, quite a few of them, people trying to flee the country like they're, political refugees in a time of a war. It's like, I can't take it anymore. It's just too much. I can't pay the bills, can't make ends meet, can't have a stove, burn my own firewood. I mean, I'm being driven into oblivion. I can't pay the heating bill, can't pay the electric bill. They're trying to snuff us out. These are not my words. These are the words of Canucks and Aussies, the Danish also too. I don't recognize this country anymore. You need to take a step back and look at where this whole world was. I don't care what country you live in. Look at where this world was about 3.5+ years ago. You never, please don't lie to me, you never would have thought that this stuff would be happening. Everything changes, this I know, obviously too well. But if you suffer under the delusion that there is not a cabal, and there damn well is, that's trying to end a lot of things, I'll let you take your pick on what they're trying to end. And it's not one thing, it's on multiple fronts. Multiple fronts. Your food bill, your gas bill, your property tax. Oh, no, you can't burn wood anymore. Oh, no, and climate lockdowns. This is going to be known as the year of climate lockdowns, right? And a few other things. Oh, by the way, they're going to destroy the entire east coast of the United States with giant wind farms. Extremely inefficient. They're going to wreck all the people that rely on fishing and all the people that rely on that for crabs and cod and whatnot. They're going to destroy all of that. You never thought the thought police would be coming. I played you the video from that chick in Sydney. She wants you to daub on your mates, your neighbors. Daub on your mate. Call up the police department if you think your neighbor's having bad thoughts. This is Orwellian filth. It's highest order filth. Even way worse than the filth I, had drop on me when I was snaking out my drains 3 days ago. Overhead snaking the drains. And none of this is funny. There's a lot of people out there just freaking zombies and sheep. They see this incident and this incident, and they actually can't, to draw a whole picture. People are being way too complicit in this. I just don't think society is just so weak, so spineless, so all the bad things I could think of. They're just willing to put up with it. Anybody ever thought about saying no? It's like, no, I will not comply. No, it's not going to happen. Oh no, I have bodily autonomy. I have sovereignty as a whole individual citizen. I pay taxes and property taxes, which I don't believe I should pay, but I do anyway. And the answer is no. You're not going to wreck my life and the life of my family. I don't have a family, but I mean you people. People need to wake the hell up. Right now, most of the people out there are sheep. They complain about the price of heating their homes and electricity and the fact that food prices are astronomical. There is a multi-prong attack coming in on so many people at so many angles. Basically everybody, though. It's like a slow roll to hell. Tell me what you think. I hate to make a video like this starting out the year, but it really has to be said. For God's sakes, people need to wake the hell up, grow a damn spine, and say, no, I will not. No. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I hear you. And the answer is no. Kiss it where the sun doesn't shine. No. Wonderful words. No. Niet. Niente. A few other languages I can think of. Happy New Year.